Because I recall David was talking in the middle of talking to them while they were holding us up. Because they were all, you know, what the hell are you doing here? How'd you get past our traps, etc. Okay.
The entourage escorting you is about 10 catfolk strong, armed with bows and various equipment, spears and scimitars and the like.
It's a hell of an escort.
Well, to be fair, they actually sense motive, if you wish. To kind of get the feel of how they are.
Net 20 plus 8.
Nat 20, that's enough for night, right? It is the same kind of aloofness that your father has a little bit. It is distance, caution, but it's mixed more with distrust and almost snotty remarks. No, not necessarily. But it's more of they are very cautious of you and very willing to act if you do something. You get the feeling that they don't get visitors besides their supposed scheduled trades very often. But other than that, their clothes are actually very well dressed, very ornamental and decorative. If you had a guess, also kind of expensive.
Okay. So these people are semi-well off.
Semi-what?
Semi-well off. He's on his way upstairs now.
Okay, just wondering. I was like making sure he wasn't in the car that paid.
There's always later tonight. He's in the room. Taking a minute to set up. Pee, but it'll take like 30 seconds.
Does anyone have anything they are wanting to do, like observation-wise or anything like that? Just curious.
I mean, that's kind of Peter's job, so.
Whose is his job?
Wrong game. Lynn's job. Yeah.
Alright. Anything in particular you're observing?
The people.
Alright. What about the people? Anything like you're just,
How they're looking at us, how they're interacting with each other, things like that.
Alright. Same thing. Sense motive.
Okay.
And, Tris, you were just looking at the behavior towards you all, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
That 20 was 17, so 37.
The twins with knowing how to read people like a boss. Okay. So very similar to what I told, Tris. Their attitudes towards you is cautious, but also a strong front. But also aloof. Their attitudes toward each other, you seem to deal rather normally for a civilization.
Yep.
Despite being supposedly tribal,
Watch the cable.
they have
Yep.
quite a few. You do notice as blended that they are very, very well off. Their clothes are very decorative, bright. The robes, several you see have silk robes, or silk, like satchels, or no, silk sashes amongst them. They have some just diverting
Yep.
You have your cat book.
Yes, I do.
They, as they let you in, a guard, the same guard once more turns around and, seemingly, to verify something with it. So so you, you are sent back. Who did send you up? Not here anyway.
David needs to look up the name real quick. My notes are still loading. And they'll load in the fullness of time.
For your own sake, it is Gwen.
It's Gwen?
No, Rowan.
Rowan? Ah.
My back three.
A man named Rowan.
The guard seems to kind of almost glare at you for a moment, like, body reading,
Ooh.
because you're able to actually do that now, especially with catfolk and you are walking over. His tail seems to show agitation.
Kills is. Do you want me to actually roll like sense motive, or is that something you were just
Just as a freebie because of your particular. I'm giving it as a perception kind of thing, and also your. As a freebie, basically, yeah, for now.
okay? I mean, yeah, now that I'm around people that have real ears and stuff like that, they're easier to read.
Fine. Either way, you will see. We shall see if your words are true. We shall take you to one Yorotij, and she will be the judge of you, if your word is true or not. And with that, he turns off and walks into the city proper, or town. Don't know what to really call it.
Population center.
Yeah, sure. Population center, the town center. The particular area you're on is seems to be a little bit more elevated, since it seems that as you look down, there are several different layers that have either been naturally carved out or cut out by hand or by tool. But there are several different tiers with several different buildings that and stairs and makeshift elevators get moving goods as well as people up and down. Moving off past the freezing pit that that's in the center, leads you off to the right. And oh yeah, that's right. I didn't get because we don't have any of those.
Oh, this is amazing. using an older version.
Yeah, come on. See, we will start at about heading through the area down here.
Ah, there we go.
He leads you through the through several squares along with your escorts who trail a little bit beside you and behind you as well. Catfolk, that people that you pass do give you several glances and just kind of watch you for a while, saying nothing. Most of the catfolk, but an occasional elf or gnome or of the other races pops up, but not too many.
Okay.
And that is when you are brought to this large, I almost want to call it pagoda, but it is a very large structure that has many tapestries and ornamental, some porcelain, even a few creatures lie about. There is for lack of better phrasing, a liger there that seems as being tended to, but that seems to have two catfolk beside it, kind of tending to it.
Heal. I do have a question.
Yes.
As we're being led around, aside from being obviously excited about being where I am, I would like to. What I want to be able to do, or hopefully be able to do, is tell if the society, just through observation, is functioning as I know society would function as, versus some variant.
And
Uh,
what exactly would that be?
well,
Just
well,
verifying what you mean.
like, uh, like for example, um, uh, Jacqueline and Jackie are more urban and different from the society and societal hierarchy that I'm familiar with. I was wondering if this was closer. Like, is it still a matriarchy, from what I can observe, for instance?
Um, without talking to people and just through sheer observation, you're not able to tell. It seems to be just kind of more just plain tribal without interacting with anybody and like.
Okay, so the people that seem to be in charge of things or operating shops are varied enough that it would be difficult to make that determination.
Yes, there's mixes. There's you see craftsmen of female. You see male and female craftsmen, artisans, and the like. There's no like skew or anything like that. You seem to how you figure.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Well, I'm not going to break escort, so.
That is one thing you all do notice, though, that there are several shops for weapons. Weapon shops, or just blacksmiths that are forging weapon after weapon after weapon.
20 different smith shops and people are working almost around the clock, it seems, and just form these huge piles of weapons.
Do they appear to be constructed out of standard steel, or are we talking something more exotic?
Steel.
Okay.
Steel, but you do see, actually, I'm gonna need perception checks for that one, for this particular one. For anyone that wishes to make it.
Okay, I will type mine out.
18.
Okay.
23.
Anyone else want to go for that perception check?
15.
Alright. Hot damn. Len and Lynn, do you notice that the weapons that they are making are not necessarily, some are better quality than others, but they do seem to have a uniform material to them. Again, steel. Whether this is mined out of their own things, it's a little hard to determine.
Would that be a craft check in my case?
Sure. Actually, yeah, craft check for you. Yeah, that's right. You do swords. I got a craft check for you.
30.
Okay. Do you notice that we do have some kind of weird, stranger material out of a few of them? As in, like, only 3 blacksmiths themselves are working with the material and seem to be going at a slower pace than the others. Herkione and Len, you are able to determine that the particular material of those blacksmiths is adamantium.
You mean adamantine?
Adamantium, yes. I keep forgetting how it is. How it's actually said. Yes. Adamantine weapons. Spears, sabers of different kinds, even a few arrows. It seems to be specified to these 3 blacksmiths, but they have gone a good-sized chunk. For Len, for your particular interest, because you are a craftsman, you figure that either that to forge that many weapons that they've made, that's about a couple hundred platinums worth of adamantine that they've forged out of weapons.
Good
And
to know.
some armor, but mostly weapons. Anyways, if no one else wants to do anything, but they will continue to escort you to the pagoda structure. There are a few guards who at first were kind of sitting on the stairs, seeing the entourage stand up, take up their weapons, and one says a chap says a challenge to the leading catfolk in Castle. So Kinara, you where do you why do you bring outsiders here? They claim to be from that trickster city Creeko by Rowan.
Ina will try very hard not to chuckle.
That doesn't folk. I don't think you have cat folk or tongue, do you?
I do have tongues, but my language. That's what I'm going for.
You do not hear that comment. The guard, a few of the guards kind of sneer at the mention of his name. Yeah. Fine. And why would you bring them to the chief if that? Because I figured you can't attack dependent sword. That one that a Tej would know. The guard and your escort kind of glare at each other for a while. Fair enough, Eric. After a while, after it stared down at him, fine. Luckily, she is here, and they move out of your. As you as you start going up the steps, the one guard who was speaking kind of takes his spear out and kind of stops Kinara for a moment. But I swear, and in common, he says to kind of the group in general, but I swear, outsider, you do anything funny, I will run you through.
Kinara will smile. I'd expect nothing less.
And takes the spear out of your way. And you're allowed in.
Yo. How close are we to other people at the moment? I'll assume fairly close considering where we are.
Other people?
Like other like if I were to say something to the party, is it safe to assume that people outside of the group can certainly hear me, even if I speak lowly?
You have your escorts as well as the guards who are around the entrance at first.
Okay. In which case, I guess we'll proceed forward then. Because I presume they were talking about bringing us a particular person. So I take it we're in front of a large set of doors or some such.
Actually, not doors, but heavily draped curtains. That are not see-through. Yes.
Okay, in that case, how many beings do I scent in the other room?
In the other room?
Yeah, beyond the draped curtains.
Scent check?
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh wow. Of course it would. 1 + 8 is 9.
There are many different smells, and you're trying to get used to smelling many cat folks again?
Gotcha.
There's also a very for everybody that enters the pagoda, you are just hit by this sheer, just like Bath and Body Works, like just waft of scents.
Excellent.
And you know how just like just insidious those things are as soon as you step inside the store.
Yeah. Well, considering we're going to be meeting someone important, I will, because I actually have this. Oh, yeah, I still have one. Because the third one's over there. I have two of the third ones over there. Anyway, I will use some cologne and offer it to the others. You guys want some?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay then.
One of the guards sees that and kind of chuckles a bit. And then Catfolk says to you, "Can trying to think you can get with the Wanderer, can ya?"
I'll respond with a bit of a coy smirk. Just trying to be polite.
They just kind of give a huff and wait. The escort goes through the curtain. You do hear some muffled talk. Actually, you hear nothing. That's the bad thing about it. The curtain himself seems to give off no sound as he moves it.
Okay, neat. You gonna make sense out of this stuff. Okay. Well, after the escort has gone in.
One of the escorts.
One of the escorts? Okay. Okay, so they're more announcing that we're here, I take it then. Okay. In that case, I will talk to one of our escorts, one of the guardsmen. Is there any etiquette from the Golden Claw that I should know about?
One of the females gives you a look like, yes, don't piss off the chief. Yes, don't anger the chief, if he's there. But she kind of gives you one sort of like, as an almost predatory glance. She's like, actually, he might not mind. It depends.
Kinara will nod in understanding, though he is trying to hide some slight disappointment at hearing the person referred to as by a more masculine title. Because you said chief, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Correct. Hey, women could be chiefs. They could be.
Entirely possible.
She did use male pronouns, bangs. The escort lead does come back through the fence and kind of opens it for the you all. Alright, you're allowed to. The rest of you, get back. The other kind of the rest of your escorts nod and head back. So a few, one or two of them kind of give you a leaving glance of, we're watching you. Like that kind of hand sign of,
I guess we'll stand and wait.
I'll give a thumbs up.
oh no, they're letting you in. Yep, the escort is pulling the curtain open for you all to enter.
Okay. I will certainly enter.
Is anyone not entering? I'll put it that way.
Quick question.
Yes.
Were we disarmed?
No.
Okay, yeah, because I noted that no one was taking our stuff. Interesting. Okay, and paired with what the guardsman was saying. Oh, this is going to be interesting.
Yes, by the sake of it, the sound of it, everybody's going in.
Yep.
You enter to a very resplendent room set. Plants, fragrances, several dishes of gold. There seems to be a small, off to the corner, a treasure box opened up with gold and jewels and such things spilling out of it. The two people that are here at this moment. First is probably the most noticeable. Let me pull him out. Is a very large. I don't even know how to properly say it. It's a very large tiger-esque humanoid that is indeed. Say it again? I can't hear you.
Continue.
A very
Oh, Raksasha.
very large tiger-like humanoid who is indeed balancing on what seems to be his tail. He seems to be much older. The white seems to be much more gray. Some patches of gray, but there is seemingly there are several scars all over his body. His eyes are closed at the moment. Does some kind of have a pipe of some kind in his mouth. Slow smoke rising from it. His hands are folded on his lap. So he seems to be in some kind of meditative stance. He is closer to the treasure chest area.
Okay.
He is very bulky. I'll put it that way. Without his full, I'm not sure of his full height, but it is big. The second is a cheetah of some kind, but also seemingly more gray around her fur, around her. You suppose fur. She is seated on for lack of better phrasing, a papasan chair, a lazy boy chair, for lack of better phrasing.
Okay.
She seems to have some scroll or some books beside her. And closes. She is garbed more in a more quiet fashion. Her clothes are much more darker, but she has several necklaces around her neck, indicating of teeth and bone and small animal bones. And one of her descriptions I forgot to say is the larger tiger was a cloak on it that seems to hold on his left side, on his left arm. Seemingly an amalgamation of patches of different types of fur. As in, there is a cheetah pelt, like a hand-sized cheetah print, and then a leopard, and then some others that you can't really quite tell. Let me just almost remove them. The woman looks up from her scrolls and with a loud thunk of the book she had. And you must be in a very clear common tongue. You must all be the group we were told about. She puts over the volume and stands up straight and gives the slightest bow, pulling her hands together. I am Wanderer Edge. I welcome you to the Golden Claw Tribe.
I will return the bow, though a bit deeper. I am Kalesh Kanara Kate, and these are my companions. I'll gesture to them to leave them to introduce themselves.
She looks expectantly to the others.
Lynn.
Lynn?
Shows him a little curtsy. No?
I said Len.
Oh, okay. She gives nods to you all, and then once more, slightly bows you all. Yes, thank you for coming. I apologize for any troubles trying to find our place. It is our way. We learned long ago that not everybody is as hospitable as some.
Your interest was very well hidden, ma'am.
Thank you. And also, though I do wonder, she kind of looks over me. Who was the one who was able to get around the alarm spells? Wow, just pure curiosity.
The spells were a group effort.
I'll put in mind to make them a little bit better next time.
Kinara looks okay. You know the entire thing where if the entire thing like if you go to a royal court and someone's not used to it, the person who is kind of tenses up a bit whenever decorum isn't exactly followed.
Yeah.
He looks a little bit like that.
Either way, very well done. I pride myself on my alarm spell, on my spells, and it is good to know that there are those of excellent magical talent. As for the matter of why you're here, I would have to say, and that's when another enters the room, loudly proclaiming, "You all staffed the party without me."
Oh god, is this Catfolk Hondo?
Hondo?
Hondo from Clone Wars and Rebels.
Ah,
Shit.
there's apparently many of him. Oh, there we go.
No, just one. I can't feel calmly is in fair and pure gold with pure golden hair comes out. With only seemingly some kind of trousers around his pants, around his waist, and even then it seems haphazardly put on. His a cloak very formally kind of just wrapped around his shoulders as he walks in.
Okay, this comment's out of character, but okay, it's clear he is the most dangerous person in the room. He is far too relaxed.
And as he steps in through a curtain and kind of moves in front of the front seat, you all do notice that two attendants quickly run out of the same curtain as well, male and female, with their clothes also haphazardly put on, and kind of quickly rush past you five.
Okay.
Covering their faces. Well, actually not covering their faces, but and you see kind of sheepish looks on their faces.
Do the servants have, like, any kind of supplies or food or anything with them, or are they more on standby to be called upon?
They actually just rush out.
We interrupted his private time.
That's what I was wondering from the description. Yeah.
And he kind of cracks his shoulders. Edge, and who are these wonderful people? You see Tej visibly grimace a little at his first words, but seems to rearrange your face into a smile. They are visitors from Krigo, Chief Ferntale. From Krigo. Interesting. he says as he walks down, small eyes up to you all. Even from your that close, for those that have scent, he does reek of sex and drugs and several other things.
Until you said drugs, I was gonna make the roll, but then I changed my mind.
Ah. Two things that I am familiar with, yes. Speaking of, that reminds me, the pipe, does it smell of tobacco or something else?
For the
For,
white type in the back, it seems to be scentless.
I'm sorry, what was that?
It seems to be scentless.
Okay. Heal.
But yes, as he approaches you, his fur seems both messed up, but also very well kept. A smile of that reminds you all of someone who's like essentially a circus. Shit, what are they called?
The Master of Ceremonies?
Yeah, the Master of Ceremonies. Yeah, his presence seems to be a master of ceremonies, a winning smile, a mischief in his eyes, and a very relaxed pose as his tail lazily just kind of goes back and forth. And what do the people of Krieg bring to us? Actually, no, let me rephrase that. I'm sorry. So, what do the people of Krieg bring to me?
Can I tell whether that's an actual request for, gifts for being in his presence, or if it's just a request for why we're here?
A little bit of everything. He's just wanting to know why you're. You get the idea of why he's wanting to know why you're here, but he also seems expectant of something.
Okay, and you mentioned his servants ran out, was it?
You're not sure if they were servants, but they ran out.
Okay, so they're not here, so I would be addressing him directly. One second, I'm just perusing my inventory real quick. Oh, that's with too much gold. I'm not giving that to him. There's also with a lot of gold, though. That could be insulting. Shit! I... Oh my good shit's expensive, but that's probably what the guy wants, expensive shit. Okay, you know what? Sure. I will need to replace this, but it should certainly be worth it. I will take a little more of a relaxed pose since I'm addressing this person, which I believe his name was Frenteo? Rentail. Okay, I need to correct my notes. Rentail. Okay. uh. Yeah, I can't. More notes. Okay, guys, just to remind David, I believe this was a. We were still looking for the ills because we're trying to. No, the ills is for other place.
We're looking for ruins right now.
Ruins. Okay.
Yeah, the cause of ills is kind of. They were
It's a thing.
It's a thing. Like,
Right.
essentially, you completed the quest in Balfutum. It's just more of the cult of ills is the one responsible.
Gotcha. So we're looking for the ruins.
It's something related to a famine of dust.
Yeah, I remember the famine dust. I was just trying to remember if there was a name to the ruins in particular.
Just ruins in the north was what we were given.
Okay. In which case, again, being a bit more relaxed, I'll address Renteo. We were sent to find information concerning northern ruins that should have an association with the Feast of Dust, sir. Kinara then will be just. There are still guards in this room, right?
No, there are not.
In which case, I will move smoothly but not aggressively to retrieve a kit from my from my bag. The kit is actually just a small, like forearm width length box. Is mildly decorated in golds and greens with a locked latch on front. I will also have the key just hanging from the lock itself. And I will turn it so the latch side is facing Renteo. And this, sir, is a gift from myself and my companions for being allowed in your audacious presence. I'm sure a man of your proclivities would find this rather useful.
After let's see, what you mentioned in regard, let's see. As you mentioned a ruin, he doesn't seem to respond to that. Feast of Dust, he doesn't respond either. But over his shoulder, you notice that the two behind him do react. Tej tenses up at the mention of both, and the larger man finally does something and opens one of his eyes, and you feel a piercing gaze upon you. You could have sworn you saw a glowing blue eye for a second.
The really buff tiger-looking guy. Do I notice any heraldry or symbols on him that might inform me of, like, if he's a monk, a paladin, a oracle, anything like that?
He doesn't have any. He does seem to have several symbols on him, but they seem to be hung around a belt of some kind. Before I go, one last knowledge. knowledge for... This will be for everyone, actually. Just straight intelligence, because you're firebrands.
Well, I'm gonna use my lore master once a day. Just take 20.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay, what's the total?
It would be 24? Oh, take 20?
21.
okay, is that once a day? Yeah, I will. I'll take 10.
Okay.
I'll use the firebrand to take 10, so that makes my total of 12.
Yeah, you can actually do it to take a 20.
I can.
It's once per day.
You told us only
I
10.
actually have a skill that lets me do it.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
I'd say Firebrand is 10, Bard is 20.
Okay, never mind then. I thought that was the same thing. Okay, so yeah, plus 10.
Yep.
Kara, as you're particularly looking, because you're trying to actually figure it out, those seem more reminiscent of, like, there is one kind of more to the front that he wears on his actual neck. The deity is, Aurori. It is the, he is traditionally the god of monks, of self-perfection. He teaches to perfect yourself in body, mind, and spirit. However, the symbols on his belt, as well as the patch that you kind of notice, and this is for everybody as well, those are trophies. You can kind of see the symbology, like, oh, he does not have any weapons on him.
Okay.
And with that, I actually have to get going, because I am late.
Okay. Good lucks.
Right. Bye.
Bye. DD20 is being more even-handed to me today. Oh, right, it only applies to favored. Gotcha.